You want to put your microphone on? Jump in every now and again? Okay. You have to hit, there's a little connect deal. You have to push the button in. There you go. Just making sure. Uh-huh. You have to turn it on now, too. Just checking. Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go then. That's all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of YBMcast, powered by. I'm going to stop for a minute and redo that because I want to go get this because I will mess it up otherwise.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yep. That would sucketh.
Why would it sucketh?
I don't know. There we go. Notebook. Are you still recording, or did you stop it, or?
I left it rolling.
Look at you. All right.
Here we go.
You ready to go?
Oh, there we go. Look at my levels.
You're good.
We really need to adjust the lapel one.
No, we don't. It's fine. Anywho, ready? Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of YBMcast, powered by Game 7 Baseball, Game7Baseball.com. I don't have my cohort here with me today to throw the old .com in there. Mitch, how you doing out there? I know he's up to his eyeballs. Everybody's busy. This is the busy time of year. We're heading down the home stretch. We've got a ton of stuff happening. We've got our winter workout tour coming up. We're going to be heading out towards some of our club teams, independent, whichever the case may be. We're going to take some Saturdays and we're going to travel out and just get a feel of what's happening out there for the winter workouts, getting ready for spring baseball, summer baseball. We've got a lot going on. We got our GAC preview going on the high school side. We're looking forward to it. And we're going to talk a little Game 7 baseball. If you haven't got yourself registered yet, make sure you do that. Dave and Dave, they do a great job over there. We're going to have Dave Pinning on the show, of course, next week. It'll be on, I think we're right there on the 7th, where the discounts, the final discounts, the 3 for $30, 4 for $40, and 5 for $50 are getting ready to expire on that February 7th at 11:59 p.m. Make sure you get yourself taken care of there. Get registered, get in some great tournaments. And we're going to talk a little bit, a little early season right here, starting in Tennessee. They start, Lauren, February 25th is their first tournament. One-day event, Middle Tennessee Game 7, third annual Early Bird Showdown. That's an Early Bird Showdown. You ain't kidding, man.
It's going to be cold.
February 25th, you might have your teeth chattering, baby girl. I'll tell you.
I'm sorry. I've been in those tournaments. I've been out there, dragged around, had to sit there while you're wearing 5 layers of clothes, 2 blankets behind you in a chair because you're trying to block the wind. I'm sorry.
That's the sister perspective.
It's early. I'm just saying.
We have Lauren joining me on the old mic back there. She's engineering the show today, my crack producer.
Commentate while I'm at it.
Yeah, throw in a little bit of that legendary commentary.
It's cold.
Back in the day. It was a little chilly, right?
15 years of gold.
There were some cold days in May, I'll tell you.
Well, it was a flaming blizzard in April the one year.
Yeah, that's true. We played in the snow that one time, remember? That was out at,
Where?
Westoff.
Oh,
It was a practice game.
terrible. And yeah, it was practice. It
It was a
wasn't
practice
even
game
real
with
game.
snowing, man, and we were playing out in the snow. Crazy stuff. Oh, I whacked my microphone. Sorry.
I'm trying
There
to
we
break
go.
the equipment.
But anyway, we're starting just in March. Tennessee, that's a February 25th, but Middle Tennessee, Cedarstone Park, March 4th and 5th. Middle Tennessee, March 11th through the 12th. You've got the Mount Juliet League. That's the spring showdown there in Tennessee, March 18th and 19th, and then the 14th annual appreciation tournament, the 25th and 26th. 74 teams so far registered in that bad boy. That's huge. They got some stuff sold out. The 11U AA is sold out. There's 21 teams.
In the 11U?
Yeah, 11U AA. That's just the AA.
They're out to play.
Yes, they are. They got 21 teams in the 10U AA there. Bullets Baseball, Cumberland River Cats. Got to love that one out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Cumberland River Cats. That just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Mad Mavericks out of Brentwood.
I like that one.
Mad Mavericks. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Phoenix Baseball out of Lebanon, Tennessee. I'm just picking some ones that kind of jump off the old, you have your Tennessee Tribe, Tennessee Ball Hawks. Yeah. Framework Athletics Duke. That's probably the coach's name. Framework Athletics Wilson. Framework Athletics. They're out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. That's got to be a sponsor. I don't know what Frameworks is. So they got quite a few teams. 9U's the same way. Christian County Cats. The Cannons.
Ooh,
It'd
I
been
like
better
that.
if the Cannonballers right after that. That'd be. I love that.
Wonder if there's a copyright that couldn't go all the way.
Cannonballers couldn't do it. So that's a big one right there, man. And there's 21 teams in that 9U. So just out of those three, 9, 10, 11, a lot of people showing up for that annual appreciation tournament. Big ups there, Jody. Congrats on that. So that's what you got coming up in March in Tennessee, starting and kicking off the year. Over in Kentucky, same weekend, March 25th through 26th, you have the Swing for the Rings over at Ray Jones Athletic Complex. If you're listening over in Tennessee, you need to get signed up, get this one under your belt over in Greenville, Kentucky. So just check those things out there. Then we're going to swing over to Illinois.
Oh, wait. Because if we the Swing for the Rings, I say you got to go for that one. I always love these with the Game 7 because the rings are cool.
Yeah, they do a good job with the rings.
I've seen all their rings over the years. Those are legit.
Yeah, I think so. And they've always been pretty good about bringing some good and they've always been, they're not cheesy, they're heavy, they're real. They'll last.
It's a championship ring.
Yeah, I agree with you. Very good. Good call, Lauren.
Dave
saying. Will be happy.
Here you go, Dave.
So let's get over to Illinois. Over in Edwardsville, Illinois, March 18th through the 19th, you got the Shamrock Turf Shootout over at Plummer Family Park. Got some early teams in there registered. Got the Illinois Gators, the SI Blue Jays, Southern Illinois Blue Jays in the 12U. Midwest Rebels got a team going over from Troy. RBC Prime from St. Louis over there. Midwest Rebels. O'Fallon Bombers, Rawlings Tigers. So we got some early admissions into that tournament over there. It's a great venue, Plummer Park over in Illinois. Early, and so even if it's a little cold and the sun is shining, you're going to get some play because you're playing on that turf. Mm-hmm. So it's a good opportunity to get in some early games. Hopefully it's not too cold in the middle of March. It's that week, you're right there at the precipice of spring.
You're hoping. You're just hoping.
Right, because March
nice
21st, first day of spring, and so you're not that far from it right there. So that's pretty good, I think.
I know it's great, but Turf and I have a love-hate relationship. Turf burn is no lie.
And you got some of these teams we've been talking about in there. The Illinois Gators on that side, they're doing a great job over there. The Southern Illinois Blue Jays. Aaron Garcia, the coach over there, I haven't seen them out of Freeburg, Illinois. We're going to have to check those guys out.
Nice.
So.
See where the programs are growing over there.
Exactly. With Missouri.
Jumping into another Shamrock.
Yeah, we've got down at BOA, Ballparks of America. Got a couple of events. Of course, March 18th through the 19th, you got the Shamrock Shootout down at Ballparks of America. That's been a great
gotta love it.
Event down there. 12U got Crushers and Midwest Mavericks, good group down there. 13U, they've already got 12 teams signed up in there. The A9 Legends out of DeSoto, Kansas. The Arkansas Futures out of North Central Arkansas. NCA. I'm not quite sure. I would say that's North Central Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas Futures. The Grind, Dave Matt's taking a team down there out of Wentzville here. Grind Baseball. Missouri Angels out of Carl Junction, Missouri. NBC White, Nixa, Missouri.
So bringing in some different competition.
I'd say that's Nixa Baseball Club, I would imagine. Right?
NBC or NBC.
NBC makes sense from Nixa. Give us a little love there. Patriots Baseball 2028 Red out of Springdale, Arkansas. Rawlings Tigers out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because Rawlings Tigers, of course, they're a pretty nationwide program. So they've got a lot. So that one that's a particular Rawlings Tigers out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So that'd be interesting.
There's a lot of different talent though in that group.
I mean this they're a AA club, and this is open. So you're going to be you may see some AAA clubs and some AA. You might even see a major. Just depends, So
go in to compete.
Yeah, you got the Stars out of Springfield, Missouri. There. Southwest Elite out of Ava, Missouri. There's a small town. I used to have family that lived in Ava, Missouri. My uncle. So I'm very familiar with Ava, Missouri.
Representing.
Yes, exactly. The Southwest Missouri Bombers out of Springfield, Mo. They're a good, solid club there, that team. Tribe Black and the Tribe White out of Jackson, Missouri. So you've got... I think that's pretty good, and there's still a few slots there. It looks like there's enough room for 16, so that's interesting there with that.
Well, the deal's still
scenario.
rolling until next Tuesday.
Yeah, and 14U, there's 3 teams in it right now. Big League Wildcats, the Midwest Mo Victus Vandals out of Springfield. That's
Victus Vandals.
Pretty cool.
I like that.
Cool, yeah. And then the Rawlings Tigers out of Wentzville, Missouri, Coach Holman's squad there. So that's going to be a pretty good lineup right there.
Nice.
And then on March 31st, last day of March into April 2nd, you got the spring. So we did go March, there. Down there, you got a sold-out 14U for the Spring Ring Classic there at Ballparks of America starting March 31st. The 417 Angels out of Springfield, Midland, the Midland program that's in Springfield there now as well. I got a couple teams there. The Midwest Mo Vandals, McCoy, 14U AAA.
We should say they've been
the
vandalized.
Victus Vandals. Got a couple teams there. 2 AAA teams, McCoy, Coach McCoy and Coach West will be there. Plattsmouth. Wow. Out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. The Blue Devils. Yeah, the Blue Devils. Plattsmouth, Nebraska, Plattsmouth Blue Devils. That's cool. I love that.
Nice.
Out of Nebraska, coming down, Sticks Midwest, the 14U Major Squad out of Bentonville, Arkansas. and the Southwest Missouri Wolves. They're a good baseball team too.
I've seen a few
that's
things
just
about
one. That's just one team. They don't have a club. One team, the Southwest Missouri Wolves. Yep, independent out of Springfield Mo. They play good baseball.
Nice.
That'll be interesting. That's a good looking group right there. That 14U for that spring ring classic.
I like to see a few come in like that and compete.
Yeah. There's also another in the 12U. The MUS out of Elite out of Omaha, Nebraska. U.S. Nationals are down there right out of Valley Park. U.S. Prime, Missouri. The Vandals there in Springfield. Arkansas Chosen Few. There's an interesting name.
Chosen Few.
Chosen Few. Van Buren, Arkansas, the Crushers.
Weight.
I love that, man. That's pretty cocky right there.
You know what? I like it.
Then in the 11U this spring, there's some good. This is going to be a really interesting group there. Central Arkansas Cubs, the DOC Baseball Spikes 2030 out of Potowa, I guess. Poteau. It's Poteau, Oklahoma.
Poteau?
So, yeah, I'm sure I'm butchering that, Lauren.
You know, comment below, put the phonetics,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
pronunciation.
But I think it's cool here. You got the GRB Sticks Black 11U Major coming out of Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Well, it's cold up in Wisconsin in March, so you might as well get south and play a little baseball.
They're going to think it's beautiful.
Right. If it's 50 degrees, they'll be happy.
Shorts are going to be out. I can see it now.
Waukesha. Good to see Waukesha down there.
That's awesome.
Nixa Baseball Club, it is. NBC Baseball Club, 11U AAA. Outcast out of Bell, Missouri. Prospect Red out of Cave Springs, Arkansas. And you got the Reds out of Lockwood, Missouri. So
okay. Good
good group there, 11U and 10U. 7 teams right now. Canes West, Kentucky out of Benton, Kentucky. LOZ Sports Waves out of Osage Beach, Missouri. Springfield Mo. Midland Springfield, and the Midwest Mavericks. They're out of Springfield Mo. NBA Marucci out of Olathe, Kansas, and then Prime 2717 out of Olathe, Kansas, and then the Rawlings Tigers out of St. Louis Mo here. So that's going to be that's shaping up to be a really solid tournament. In that last weekend in March, 1st of April there. Down at Ballparks of America. Check out Ballparks of America they've got some great stuff going on in their summer as well with their week-long tournaments.
And it's just fun to be down
Scott
there.
Bales, we really enjoyed talking with Scott Bales down there, and hopefully we can get down and have some fun down there with one of their tournaments. It'll be interesting. Big shout out to BOA. They're doing a great job. Ballparks of America. We got one last one we want to look at here. It's happening over at Ozzie Smith Sports Complex in O'Fallon, Mo. The Midwest Rebels Invitational early in the season, March 25th through 26th. 48 teams up there. The 8U machine pitch is sold out. Love that. I'm going to start with the 14U because I'm going to give a little hint.
Oh?
That's going to be the first tournament we're going to be at.
Dropping it already.
Dropping it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I was like,
That's all I'm going to say. We'll drop the rest next week.
Hint.
We'll drop the rest of the schedule next week with Dave Penning for Youth Baseball Midwest with Game 7. But we are going to be out, and we'll start with that 14U. I think there's going to be a lot of good teams here. We've got
our first championship game of the season.
Yeah, Midland Bandits. Coach Gerard. It was the Missouri Sticks for. He went over with Midland this year. I think it's a good move. You know, he's trying to work to help those kids move forward, and I thought he thinks that's going to be the best situation for them. You got his group, which is always a good baseball team, and then Coach Hewlett's Midland Bandits. Both of those are AAA teams. Just those two right there. Those are good, solid clubs. Good baseball right there. Got a couple of Midwest Futures teams in there. 14U, Coach Horn's squad. Coach Horn always has a good squad. He puts together solid kids, and they just work hard. he does a great job putting those things together that way. And then the other 14U squad, I'm not familiar. Oh, they're both under his name. So
Really?
Coach Horn, yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see how that goes, right?
Is that just a coincidence, or is it Coach
I don't
Horn?
think it's Coach Horn. So he may be managing both scenarios, but maybe not coaching both teams. But nonetheless, there we are. Midwest Rebels, of course, bringing 3 teams into this. It's their invitational. Coach Hatton, Coach House, which is a AAA club, and Coach Kilker. You got a couple of AA's and a AAA club there. That'll be interesting. A lot of fun to see those teams come in and play. I like this. We've been talking a lot about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 kids rostered on that AAA squad. I like that. I love seeing it. I think it gives opportunity for kids to rest. I think it gives opportunity for kids to compete for spots. They're going to be competing for spots in high school, especially coming out of that 14U level. I really like that. Then you got Missouri Redhawks coming over to play, Coach Haley's squad there. Rawlings Tigers, Coach Underwood's squad coming over, and the St. Louis Prospects, Coach Post. We've seen those squads over the last little bit at the 13U last year. This shaping up to be a fun one. I think that'll be a solid tournament there. 13U has Power Alley Dirtbags out of Harrisburg, Illinois, and Troy Outlaws Black also coming over from Troy, Illinois. I love to see those teams filtering in from the other side of the state. 11U got some good stuff. Jefferson Blue Jays out of Festus, Missouri. The Lynn River Cats out of Lynn, Missouri. So got some teams coming in from different parts of the state and the other side of the river, which I think is good. So that'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that. So that's a little look coming into the first part of the season. And as I said, we're looking forward to getting out on the road with our winter workout tour. We're going to do it a little differently this year. I'm going to do some traveling on Saturdays to different clubs and going around and bringing the cameras in, talking to people, and just seeing what's happening along the way, what's happening on a normal Saturday, place to place. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a little interesting difference in how we're looking at how people are getting ready for these tournaments and the spring-summer season. So I'm looking forward to the winter workout tour.
I just think it's interesting because there's in this sport, there's always more developments. There's always more work that's put in. Each season, people keep growing. Mm-hmm. And the way the programs keep growing. So I think that's why it's interesting and why we do the winter workout tour and continuing to build those relationships and seeing how those programs are growing throughout all of these different places. Well,
we talk about development a lot, and I think that can get overused, as a coach, mm-hmm. as a player. We talk about this from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, even 12. I think what is development? What does that mean? What does that look like? Is your team getting better? Are the kids getting better individually? Are they getting better collectively? Are you creating an environment that helps these kids understand what it means to learn, to get better at baseball acumen, just the IQ? Where are cutoffs? Where do I go? Do I just, you see so many kids at this age level standing and watching, not understanding the game. There's always a place to go. There's always something to do when the ball's put in play. On the defensive side, even pitchers, you see a lot of these young kids, these pitchers going cutting off baseballs, coming to home plate rather than getting behind that and having the first and third baseman playing those positions correctly. How are we continuing to grow and developing baseball IQ? I think those things are just as important as the mechanics, how the flow of the game, because when they get into high school, when they get into that place, high school coaches, especially some of these the programs that we're talking about when we're talking about St. Charles County and the GAC, there is really some high-level programs and high-level baseball being played. And I know coaches at the high school level probably don't have as much time to work on cutoffs and those things. And if you don't understand when they say, hey, I want a double cut, what that means when you go into that, that may be the difference between you getting a spot and not getting a spot. Especially when you're up against 30 kids and they're only keeping, say, 15, 16 on a freshman squad. Now, that may be a little different in a smaller school.
Just depends.
It just depends. But these are things that are reality when we're talking about youth baseball. And coaches taking those things seriously. It's fine to go into a tournament and want to be there at the end, compete for an opportunity for a trophy. But remember, I think this is one of the things that we like to talk about here on this show is, everybody is competing to win, and I believe in winning. But developing the right attitude is first and foremost, because when you develop those things, hard work in practice and those types of things are the attitude that is necessary to go out on the Sunday and win a championship. And then if you don't, tipping your cap, respecting the other guy across from you when they make one more play than you do, is not and helping develop the kids to where they don't make the defensive mistake, that they're prepared mentally and they're getting prepared. And it still may happen. They're 10, they're 11, they're 12. They're still learning. But giving them the opportunity in practice to learn that. How do we cut? Where do I go? What am I doing? Thinking ahead. Are you preparing yourself when the pitch is made? Are you looking to see what pitch is called? If you're and in these levels, there's not too many catchers calling their own game. So if you as a player, as an infielder, as an outfielder, you're watching the coach give the sign so you know where the pitch is going. As an outfielder, as an infielder, that should help you learn how that ball's going to come off the bat. If it's an outside pitch and it's a right-handed kid, that ball's going to come to the right side of the or the left side of the infield. It'll tail if he gets a little bit under it. Understanding and starting to learn these things and talking about baseball in this fashion. And as you as a coach, if you're a dad and you don't understand some of these things, talk to the people around you. Talk to the guys in the club that know, how do I help these kids in these respects? And I think this is important to what we're talking about as far as development is concerned.
Exactly. And I think, to me, when you say that, because you're talking about the mentality, they're developing as a student of the game.
Yeah.
It translates to how they are as a student in general.
Right.
They putting the importance, it's a game, but they're a student of the game. They're learning to compete and get better, like they're saying their baseball IQ. It all applies to what they are and who they are as whatever skill they're developing in general.
Check it out. Dropping the knowledge over there, baby girl. Yeah.
I worked with a lot of student athletes. And I was a tutor, but you saw that. You saw a lot of these when I saw that with kids when I was tutoring and when I was working with these younger ones, especially when they were 10, 11, 12 in that age range. Mm-hmm. You saw the ones who actually did work at their sport and worked and pushed, who did, maybe if they had issues or if they struggled in certain areas, they worked harder at it.
Yeah.
They got better at it.
Yeah.
they didn't they may not have seen the fruition, or some of them they did. They were really well-rounded students, but the ones who did struggle in certain areas, because I was tutoring and working with them, they put in the effort, they got better, they understood, and you saw that application in different areas, and they worked hard in every facet that they put themselves to.
And I think it's very important to understand that as coaches, as youth coaches, when we're talking about putting kids in position to succeed, success should be predicated on how they play the position. The result at the end of the game will be dictated by how well we're preparing these kids to play consistently. And that is the key. Find that consistency, find that success, helping that young person understand their role, what they do, and giving them that confidence they need to go out and be able to make a play, to understand that, hey, you know this game, go play it the way we're talking about, go play it correctly, involving the baseball IQ. I think that's a big part.
And application.
Application. That's right. That's why we call it power plus attitude equals performance. Just one part of it, knowledge. It's okay to have, if you may have all the knowledge, but if you don't know how to apply it correctly, it's of no value. And I think this is, sometimes kids may even know what a cut is, but do they know the application of the cut when the ball's hit there, there, or there? And that becomes, well, and if I'm playing this base, where do I go? The application of how we work cuts, double cuts, where do I go? How do I back up somebody? Where do I go when the ball's hit on the ground in the infield? As a second baseman, if it isn't hit to me.
Do I know it, or can I do it?
Right. As a catcher, are you following that hitter down the line on a throw to first base? These are things early on. Do you expect that of your catcher at the age of 10? Mm-hmm. Right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Getting used to it. Whether he gets 5 feet down the line or not, it doesn't matter, because it's
3
tough.
steps.
Sometimes it's tough to get up with all that gear, but
and
having
that's
that
the
expectation.
application they're learning. If they start doing it at that time, they get their movements, they grow.
Yes.
By the time they're 13, that's an automatic response.
There's the key. I agree, Lauren. I agree. It becomes part of what you understand what to do as a player. Mm-hmm. So anyway, there you go, folks. So we're looking forward to a good opening. What is it? Opening salvo. There it is.
Oh my!
An opening salvo with Game 7 baseball. Looking forward to that those March dates. So again, check it out. If you still haven't got your uniforms all squared away, it's February. It's getting that time. Go over to Prime Sports Midwest, primesportsmw.com. Go check out our buddies over there. It's not too late to get uniforms. Whether you're a rec team, large club, doesn't matter. Handle any size. They handle any size. They can set up fantastic fanwear stores, and 80% of the uniforms, fanwear, are decorated in the store. And that is in Fenton, Missouri. It's all local. 1550 Ocello Drive. It's over in Champions Village down there. So they control the quality, the design, the creativity, the deadlines. Most importantly, locally owned and focused on customer service. Rick Benz does a great job down there. So please, primesportsmw.com. Check it out. Get your uniforms. Get yourself set up. And tell them YBM sent you. Mm-hmm. We appreciate that. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in today. We do appreciate it. Next week, Dave Penning on the show talking some Game 7 baseball.
Good old Dave.
Yeah, we're rolling into the season. We're going to get into our winter workout tour. We got some great stuff coming up for youth baseball this spring and summer. So please stay tuned. If you like what we're doing, first time here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that dinger right there next to it, because that's what we do around here. We hit dingers. Follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Youth Baseball Midwest, and you can follow us on Twitter at YBM_Cast. And keep up to date on what we going on. There's some great stuff going on. We got some shorts and all kinds of stuff happening over there, right?
Mm-hmm. It may be cold, but I'm ready for some baseball.
Yeah, I am too. Hey, spring training right around the corner. Pitchers and catchers. Going to be, I think, the Cardinals.
Reporting.
Yep, going to have some fun. Exactly. So for all of us here, including my wonderful crack producer over there.
Yeah, that's me.
Thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes, and hitters,
hit them where they ain't.
It's good advice. We'll see y'all next time.